So I have foot configurations. So I've got, this is when I've got both feet and I'm fairly square, right? So the idea is I mean, I'd ideally like my head in front of my hips, but we're assuming this is broken down. So I'm like this. So this is good for pulling. So if Gary tries to pull me with his legs or arm or whatever, I can keep base. But what sometimes happens is you end up kind of like to one side, you know, you end up on your side a bit. You don't necessarily get, so what I'm now doing is a pull with this leg, just like I'm imagining I've got, it's almost like I've got a scaffold, right? So it's the same idea. So as Gary's trying to pull me and move me around, I'm using my feet. My feet are doing most of the work. And now I can start, because they're working, I can start breaking hooks and so on. But it's the top of the foot is the key. So if I go here, what most people only then do is they then push.
Right, yeah.
Which is okay if you want to push. But if he's trying to pull me, yeah, I want to be able to resist. So I'm using my foot here and pulling. I'm pulling with both my feet. If he tries to roll me to the other side, I've got my kickstand. But all the weight that you'll feel is in that bottom left knee. It's like that would be somebody's neck, sort of thing. You know, if I was here, that would be, So that I'm pushing, I'm playing with where my weight is on it. But the more I get here, you know, now I can really easily clear. Because this is engaged.
It's actually uncomfortable on the knee, that.
Yeah, do you want to look at it?
So you're almost using the top of your foot like you would your bottom of your foot in the sense of pulling.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe I've managed to break this. I'm trying to pull him up. And we've ended up on the side. So he wants to be able, and he can move and take your elbow off the mat and put all your weight into my knee. You can start pushing your hip into it as well. You can extend, So now, like, that's, you know, it's kind of hard for me to adjust because all of the weight, he's pulling all of his weight into, And now you see how you're creating separation from me as well. It's becoming hard for me to stay near to you. I don't have any real you own the connection here when you pull. And so now just start looking into this shoulder and you can take your back to the mat. But that pull is just...
Can you see what you felt?
Oh, it's terrific.
I felt it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
All the weight goes into the knee.
Yeah.
So instead of it being like you've got their neck and you're putting all the weight into their neck and making sure that as you get higher, this is pulling you back down if they try and roll you. It's exactly the same idea. So because I've got this now, because I've got this idea going on, as he starts to pull me with this, I can sometimes I go with it.
Yeah.
So I put all the weight into his knee, and then as he begins to try and pull me, that's when I'm gonna go. So it's this pulling idea from it's kind of like the gymnastic get up. You pull, and you can really get up almost without even needing to swing the leg if you pull. So it's that idea of the pull. Yeah.
Kind of anchoring it to the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is the other foot better to be flat, or does it matter if it's on its toe?
Well, you're right. You're pulling. You're pulling with the.
Yeah.
But I can't. You know, I can pull with both feet, but sometimes my shoulders get turned to the middle, and sometimes I want my shoulders in the middle. So that's when this foot starts doing. I turn the foot completely, so the sole of the foot's to the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.